What happens when life gives you pickles instead of lemons? You deal with it. You know, dill. No? Okay, well, welcome to the Shaver and the Butcher. That is me. We're here for a shave today, and today I'm taking the Filarmonica 14 for a spin. Filarmonica 14, double tempo, little beauty. I just lifted some weights, so my arms are kind of shaking. Really poor idea for doing a shave video. I'm going to shave with Simpsons because someone used this in a video, and I really should remember who, shouldn't I? Who the heck was that? Nah, can't remember. Yeah, Kevy shaves, maybe. Can't remember. Anyway, as they're in their video, the tag thing, my first ever shaving soap. So I'm going to use this because I have this. I've never used it. It's not full because I bought it from someone or got a bundle or something. So it's a cream, which doesn't smell very much, but smells a little bit and quite nice. Horsehair brush from Zenith in Italy. I haven't soaked this, so I'll just wet it and then go for a spin. Isn't that a beautiful brush? Olive wood handle and the horsey hair. I just like that thing. I'm going to wrap up with Pinaud Clubman aftershave. So here we go. Two things I wanted to say today. See if I remember them. Yeah, I remember them for now. I did a head shave just before, and I used palm olive cream, and I did that because I wanted to smell it, because I watched Mark from Friendship Shaving also did his first ever soap video, and he said it has a nice fougere scent, and I was laughing because I thought he was joking. But then I tried it on the head, and by Suze, it's a fougere scent, and I've never really enjoyed that scent or on the stick very much. I kind of do now that I know it's a fougere. So thank you, Mark. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Yeah. So two things I wanted to say. Yeah, one cool thing was just now I was at the petrol station, the gas station, and filling up, and then quite close to me parked a gentleman that owns like the original building material shop. I don't know what you'd call it in English, but where you go, professionals and amateurs, to, you know, pieces of wood, and there you can get things sewn properly, and they have tools and kitchens and flooring, etc. Quite, you know, well known where I live and successful, and the man is a rich guy, but you can't tell really. But he pulls up, so he's worth millions, right? Pulls up in his 25-year-old Mercedes, nice, well kept, nothing wrong with the Mercedes, so why change? His wife stays in the car, and he keeps the motor running, the engine running, which you cannot do. But he does that anyway, and he's like 85, 90, so he can barely walk. He walks into to where you pay, and he's not filling up. He just picks up a newspaper, and this feels like something he does every day. I know him, well, he doesn't know who I am, but everyone knows who this guy is. And it feels like something he does every evening. He picks up a newspaper, slowly walks over to the cashiers and pays in coins. It takes forever because and then he walks out again, gets in the car, drives off. What a legend. What a king. So I want to be like that when I grow up. Really cool guy. So that was one of the things I wanted to say. And yeah, and the other thing, so I was in the south of Sweden this weekend because my mother invited me and my sister and our families to get together at a vineyard. Yes, there are such in Sweden. I think there's a bit over 50 vineyards. And you know, don't go there, go drink the wine. They make a bit of wine. And they make a white wine which is not too bad actually, with a special grape that works in the north, and they make a half decent rosé. And these guys unfortunately attempted red wine too, Pinot Noir, which was a shame. Why? Is it okay? Maybe in 100 years when the greenhouse effect has done its bit, but right now you cannot make decent red wine in Sweden. End of story. But funny, you know. Decent food, actually, you know, quite nice. Coq au vin, homemade crème brûlée, and it was, you know, pretty good. And it was very nice ambiance. A lot of wine, which is the most important thing. And we had a really good time. We went to see a lighthouse, and we went to see a town here, and my wife got to go to an outlet and so forth. Nothing happens. Did I take way too much, perhaps? It's probably a low density version of it. It feels nice, feels slick. Feels like it has a lot of clay in it. Wonder if it does. And it's font freaking coconut and glycerin. Hard to see. There's no meat in it anyway. So we had a really good weekend, and we visited a piece of art, which is there's a famous artist who just, it's a long story. This is what his most famous piece of art looks like, if I remember to put it in, and yeah, quite possibly the most famous statue, or what do you say, Bildkunst in Sweden today. You know, this is voila. So he's been building on this for 40 years. It's made of driftwood essentially, and it's in the most remote place you can imagine. So some of us wanted to go there, some of them, my son wanted to go there, and I said, yeah, I've read about it, and it's, you know, it's not for people with poor knees and can't take the dog, and it's really, you know, but we went, and my mum went, so I couldn't say no, could I? She went all the way down to the beach and watched this crazy thing. I mean, down a hill, it was, if I haven't checked, but it felt like 50-60 meters altitude drop, really steep. No road, just a pathway made by people walking down there, essentially. Look at that. Look at that. Creamy, creamy leather. Cool. Let's go. Well, that was yesterday, and I can feel my legs today, my back. But it was cool anyway, and it's a controversial artist. His name is Lars Vilks. He's done a few things which are quite polarizing. He's a bit of a dick actually, but you shouldn't say that because he recently passed away. where do I start? Maybe I don't even do the whole story. But he was protected by quite a few policemen because people wanted to kill him, and that's been the case for, boom, 10 years or so. He died in a traffic accident. In a police car with the police protecting him driving, and it's really wow. And this, you know, he built this thing. He built this thing illegally because you need permission to build it, and he didn't have it, and he thought part of the fun, part of the piece of art. So the local town or whoever took him to court multiple times to force him to tear it down, and I don't know, they probably won, but he couldn't care less. Crazy leather, crazy, very, very nice. Still can't get much of a scent, but I think this is quite old. That's probably why. And he said that the court cases were kind of part of the piece of art. So, you know, quite funny actually. He had a sense of humor, which he took a bit too far towards the end, and hence the police. Yeah, you can have different opinions about this, but anyway. So good exercise. Oh shit. Tomorrow is going to be even worse. 2 days after an adventure like that, my body reacts the most. I should do some stretching. But tomorrow evening I have to drive what's left of the shed that I demolished to the recycling facility, because it lies where the crane that will lift my house will stand on Wednesday. So I've got to do that tomorrow between meetings, so that should be fun. I have a rather unorthodox wardrobe, I just realized. I do apologize. Really cool soap. It's a shame there's no real scent left. At least I can't smell anything. But the performance is still stellar. Stellar. And so is the razor, obviously. So did I? Yeah, those were the two things I wanted to mention. So that's it. Stop watching now. Yeah. What can you do? What can you say? Oops. Lather everywhere. That is a good sign. It really is. Quite impressed by the lather. Really smooth. Reminds me of a Swedish cream, which was one of the first I ever used. What was it called? From Stockholm? Barber and Books or something? Maybe the same manufacturer. You never know. Oh, I'm shaking. And that's from Exhaustment. Is that a word? Exhaustment? Exhaustion. He left his engine running. That's like cowboy style, isn't it? if you're from where I'm from, you'll know who it is. But anyway, he can get away with anything, and he bloody well should. Oh, I'm so tired in the arms. Whew. Sweating too, that's why you see a few bubbles. That's from sweat. This razor. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Filarmonica, boys and girls. I have two. I have this one, which is carbon steel, bigger version, and I have a slightly smaller one, still rather big, Filarmonica 13, which is stainless steel, and it's just as good. Leather is fading a little bit. Maybe it's the transpiration. But it's as slick as can be. An upcoming business trip will be driving down to close to Amsterdam with a supplier. There's some really cool guys that I like hanging out with, so looking forward to that. Don't know when it's going to be, but that's 24 hours driving. So I'm hoping we stay overnight. We're gonna, I'm not gonna say what we're gonna do. Business secrets. But that should be fun. I hope Holland is open and Denmark will pass through, and we'll pass through Germany. Hope that's open. We have to drive because we're bringing something secret. There you go. Lower neck. No. Lower side of head. Oh, so nice. I shaved this morning. I forgot. I've done it again. Jesus. It feels good though. I forgot. But it doesn't matter because I need to look good tomorrow, and I want to get an early start, and I don't want to rush in the morning, so I'm shaving in the evening as I usually am. But I just realized I shaved this morning because I looked like catastrophe. So I've done it again. 2 shaves in a day. And it's not like I need to shave twice a day, it's just I shaved this morning, and if I don't shave tomorrow morning and I have meetings, I'm gonna look not horrible because it's not super dark, my beard, but I look a bit scruffy, and I'll feel scruffy, more importantly. Okay, going to rinse, and I'll be right back. Yeah, do something useful. I couldn't think of anything. That wasn't dirty. Oh, what a nice soap. Very nice. Quite a bit nicer than the Palmolive Fougère. very slick. Actually quite difficult to rinse off. But you get that from quite a few really good soaps. Not all of them. You take a soap like Wickham's, rinses off very, very easily. Whereas some really good soaps almost leave a residue. And that has to do with what's in it and I don't know, that kind of stuff. Clubman Pinaud, where you can see the ingredients backside. Isn't that clever? They save on paper. Here you go, haven't used this in a while. Pouring quite a bit. Ooh la la. Und ein bisschen um the Kopf. Nice. Go, 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 go time. Bedtime, actually, pretty soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. I hope you have a good week. It is Monday evening here in Sweden, and I hope I'm gonna get a good week. I hope you will too. Let's hold hands and sing and have a good week. And yeah.